Hi guys, my name is Dede. Welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, it's lovely to have you. But if you're old, hey boo, it's nice to have you back. In today's video, we're going to make some fufu, Ghana authentic fufu, local fufu, yes. We're going to make this fufu without all the tim and the pine and all the stress that comes with preparing fufu. You're gonna love this recipe. It's so easy and it's so amazing to do, and it's so relaxing most importantly. So I have 2 cassavas and 2 plantains. Use the combination you want. Some want more plantain than cassava, some want more cassava than plantain. I like for both of them to be equal, okay, equally distributed. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. So what I'm trying to do is to peel the cassava. Please, if you do not have a very sharp knife, I'll suggest you use that to peel your cassava, because you're peeling it and it's quite close, the knife is quite close to your hands, so you want to be extra careful. That's why I suggest you do not use a very sharp knife. Nonetheless, if you have a very sharp knife and that's all you have, you want to make sure that you're very careful, and when it comes to the cutting into pieces, you would want to do that on your chopping board so you do not harm yourself whatsoever. So after peeling the cassava, what I do is to scrape the back of the cassava. That's what I grew up doing, okay. It ensures that the fufu is really smooth and it gives it a very beautiful texture, okay. So I tried it. There was a time I did not scrape the back and then the fufu was just some way, the texture was just some way, but then this enables that it is beautiful and smooth. So after that, I tried to divide my cassava into 2 and take out the stem, okay. I don't know if it's really called a stem or something. If you know what it is called in English, kindly let me know in the comment section below. And when I take out that stem or the lining in there, I try to chop the cassava into pieces, into small cubes or small pieces, okay. Again, please be very careful with your knife. I've done this for how many years? 32 years maybe, so I know exactly how to do it. So please be careful, do not hurt yourself at all, okay. It's not worth it, and you want to be careful in the kitchen as well. So I'm peeling the cassava for you guys to see, for those who do not know how to do it, okay. Everything we learn, so please watch and then learn how I do mine. It's quite easy. It's very easy to peel your cassava, and for plantains, I'm sure everybody knows how to peel it. Otherwise, here you are. We're going to peel the plantain and we're going to again scrape the back beautifully before we chop them into pieces. And again, please remember to wash your plantain and cassava nicely before you use it. Otherwise, by the time you're done peeling, it will be dirty and you'd have to put it into water and all that. I'm not for that, okay. So, but anyhow you want to do it, go ahead and then do it. But this way is quite clean, so I love to do it this way. So now that we are done peeling the plantain, we're going to cut it into pieces. So this plantain was quite thick, so initially I was just cutting it into round circles, but I thought that it would be better to divide it into 2. That way the pieces will be smaller and it will be easy for my next step. The next step is really important, so we're going to cut this all into small pieces, and then when we are done, we're going to go on and then continue with our fufu. Here you are. This is the quantity. You see it's equal parts of plantain to cassava, and that's perfect for me. Now I have my blender here. I'm going to be blending up these plantain and cassavas. That is why we cut them into small pieces. And then one thing, when you're chopping your cassava and then you feel like there are some sticks in there, it feels sticky. Not sticky as in texture, sticky or woody. Yes, woody is the best way to describe it. If it feels woody, you want to take that part out of it. It's going to affect the texture of your fufu. So take all the woody parts and then make sure that your cassava is nice and fresh to give you great and amazing results. So I put the cassava and plantain in there, added some water, and then I blended it up. You want to make sure your water is not more than the cassava and plantain. Otherwise, it's going to be too liquidy. Look at this texture. This is just the perfect one for us to use to cook our fufu. So here I've blended the first one. I'm gonna go ahead and then blend the second one as well, okay. So don't put too much in your blender. You don't want to overwork your blender, because cassava is a little bit tough, so it's going to take a little more effort for your blender to whiz up, okay. So please do not put too much. Just do it in batches and then save yourself a blender. Yes, you want to do that. So the second one goes in there, and then I'm going to blend the third one too, and it goes in there as well. Now we are done blending all of our cassava and plantain. What we'll do is to stir it up together so the consistency is equal, and then I'm going to now cover it, and then I'm going to set it into my microwave. Yes, we are using our microwave for this fufu. For the first part, I'm going to be cooking this in the microwave for about 10 minutes, a total of 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, I take it out and the top is looking like fufu, is beginning to look like fufu, but hey, the bottom part, some part of the bottom part wasn't cooked. So I'm going to cover this up and then I'm going to cook it again. But what I do is to try to bring the liquid part on top, because I realize that the top part cooks faster than the bottom. Okay, otherwise the top will just keep cooking and the bottom won't have any space because there's starch in the fufu. So here again, I put it back in there for about 10 minutes again, or about 15 minutes, I say, yes. So 25 minutes gone so far. This fufu, this quantity of fufu is going to feed 5 people. So that's a lot of fufu. So it's going to take longer in the microwave. So I'm going to drive this fufu very well, drive everything and make sure that all the corners, everything is mixing up together. So whilst I was driving, I realized that there were some streaks of uncooked cassava and plantain in there. But then I'm still going to drive it. Make sure you drive it so you don't have lumps coming or forming in there. So drive it really well and make sure it is properly blended. Otherwise, you're going to have lumps in your fufu. So make sure it is properly blended. And we're going to drive it for about 2 minutes, just a total of 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, I'm going to cover it. This looks like cassava. Yes, I didn't blend it very well. Just one lump in there. So I'm going to cover it again and then set it in the microwave to cook for an extra 5 to 7 minutes. If you're making this for a person or two, it should take a total of about 12 minutes to cook. But this I'm making for 5 people, so it took longer in the microwave for it to cook. We have that patience, we have that time, because we know how the results is gonna be. So I cover it and back into my microwave for an extra and final 7 minutes. Hey, if this is your first time here, or if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the subscribe button and click on the bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new content. You don't want to miss out on any content because we have amazing and authentic, genuine recipes filmed and cooked with love. You don't want to miss out. And click on the bell down by the subscribe button. Okay, also please give this video a thumbs up, comment in the comment section below. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And also I'll be leaving all the ingredients in the description box. It's just basically cassava and plantain, but I'll still leave it anyway. Okay, so after that, I brought it out after 7 minutes and gave it another stir. I drove it again for about 2 minutes and then I covered it for the steam to cook the cassava through. Though it's already cooked, I just wanted the steam to go in there and then soak up everything. Okay, the cassava and the fufu now, it's no more cassava, it's fufu now. Soak up everything. Look how beautiful and shiny it looks. It looks so beautiful and it's just amazing. The taste is mind-blowing, guys. It tastes just exactly as the one we make in the mortar and the pestle. So here we are. We're going to serve ourselves some fufu without pounding, without stress. Wow, Aku, you did this? Oh my gosh. Shout out to my cousin Sasha. She's the one that hooked me up with this recipe. I went to her place one day and it was 7 p.m. and she said she wanted to eat fufu. I'm like, who's going to pound fufu at this time? She said, girl, just watch me. And I watched her, and since then I'm hooked to this recipe and it's now mine. Sasha, this is now mine. Thank you for passing it on. Okay. And you guys know that anytime I find an amazing, beautiful, creative recipe, I love to share it with you. We are in this together. We are together creating beautiful dishes all over this world. Yes, what I like to do is to mold my fufu in a nice smooth bowl, silky bowl. Yes, it makes it very easy to move the fufu around. That's why I like to do it. Okay, and make sure you have some water on your hand so it's not too sticky. Then I put it in my earthenware bowl or in my asanka. If you want to divide it into two, go ahead and divide it into two. If you want to leave it whole, just leave it whole. Anyhow you like it, just leave it that way. Anything that you want definitely should work perfectly for you. One thing you should note is that before you start molding your fufu, let it cool down a little bit. And that was one reason why I just covered it and made it sit for a while before I started molding. Okay, so that's very important. Otherwise it's going to be everywhere if it's hot, and you will just not know how to be able to handle it very well. Or if you're in a hurry, just go ahead and do it. And when you're done molding, just let your fufu cool down small before you come to top it with your soup. Now look at this food. I can assure you, you will love this recipe. You will be so hooked to it. Most people don't like the powdered fufu, so this is the best option ever. I've made myself some delicious Ghanaian Palmnut soup. I have the recipe here. I'll be linking it in the description box, so check it out or check on my recipes, and then you find this delicious soup there. Look, this soup is doing wonders. It's amazing. You would really want to try it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon in my next video. Until then, be loving and be caring. Bye.